There are more than 10 million children in India who are on the streets. There are 11 million child laborers in India. 50,000 women are missing every month because of gender bias. So imagine what happens to the children. Okay, and then there are these 10,000 prostitutes in GB Road, Delhi alone. What happens to their children? There are so many children all over India that need help, and the best way they run off, the best place is the street. Street smart, street children. Okay, what happens to the 1,97,000 children on the streets? They would get into alcoholism, they would get into drugs. By the age of 14, they will get into gangs that kill or murder for money. If they are girls, you can see girls 1 day, 2 days. Third day, they will not be there because they'll be taken by traffickers into brothels. If there are boys, they can survive till the age of 18. They are into gangs. They are like big-time gangsters. We have children who can pickpocket any time. Any purse, they can do it in 1 second. Okay, so we have children. Don't check your pockets. It's okay. So then they become in an antisocial way a burden to the society. Maybe they are a burden. Maybe they are a curse. Nobody knows what happens. Nobody knows. But if they are rescued, there is a chance of them going back into a normal social living, normal social being in the society. Street boys are normal children. There is no difference between a normal child and a street child. So they love to have fun, and the best thing is they are the smartest kids ever. We have cases who have told us their real addresses, their real names after 1 year. 1 year means like 12 months of staying here, knowing about the Lord, loving them, counseling them, and still they took 1 year to tell their addresses. Because of fear, maybe because of depression, or maybe just because they don't want to go back home. Why do they leave homes? Abused, sexually abused, physically abused, parents, broken families, slum dwellers. Then there are special children who run off because special children are considered to have evil spirits. They are a curse on families, and there is nothing that they can do about it. So the best way is to drive them away from homes. We try to give them love, care, concern, a sense of security that they don't have to feed for themselves, they don't have to look after themselves. They can. We try to give them what a child needs: a right to protection, a right to education, right to food, right to health, and all that a child needs to develop in normal society. Now, all that is possible only with the faith that we share, the belief in God. Who is a supernatural being? Where did we come from? Where do we go from here? Is the purpose of telling them there is somebody. There is a one who's above us. There is somebody who's taking care of us. There is somebody who's counting all our days. So what we try to do is to tell them that Jesus loves you. There is a God who wants to take care of you. And there is a purpose of living in this life, in this world. And you need to finish that purpose. And there are ways. We teach them, counsel them, give them medical care, tell them what to do, what not to do, what to think of, and what are the wrong things. They get scoldings. They are disciplined at time to time. There are people, there are fights. Everything happens. But then we try to discipline them in the ways that God wants us to do. The best verse that we can take is Psalms 27:10, which says, "Even if my parents abandon me, the Lord will hold me close." That's our motto. So now we want prayers where we can actually see and figure out what we can do to the children who come here. So when these children come, we have to know what we have to do, when to trace them, what counseling they need, what family background, what is he lacking. If he's not speaking, is it depression? Is it something that he's scared of? So we need prayers where children who are chosen by God comes here, but we need to give them the right thing that they need. And we need prayers in where children develop, because if a new child comes suddenly, all children are being groomed with God and in his knowledge, with love and care and with right values. But when a new child comes, he spoils the whole environment of knowing all those values. And children who are here, who are being taught first time in their lives, never learned what they have. 8 years, they've never been to school. They don't know what ABCD is. So that kind of patience, that kind of testing is what we're wanting for in prayers.